Welcome back once again. This is Sync 24 with Kennedy Abongo. In this video, we are going to provide a summary of the ruling regarding the application to have the judges declare the bench as constituted by the Deputy Chief Justice unconstitutional. Now, before we delve into that analysis, do kindly subscribe to our channel if you're watching us for the first time, or if you are returning and is yet to subscribe. Also leave a like and share these videos. Most importantly, we also wish to know your feedback. Now on to the ruling. Why did the court hold the way it did? Some of the reasons that came to the fore or that informed the court's decision. One is that the Constitution cannot be interpreted formalistically, that it cannot take the form of any other legislation. It is a special living document. It informs and impacts the lives of people. So it cannot be interpreted like any other document. You cannot take a formalistic approach. Number two, the court argued that non-legal issues or non-legal considerations are also considered when dealing with constitutional interpretation. Meaning, issues of maybe public interest. What does the nation, where is the nation right now? What kind of anxiety? So all these issues that are not really legal informs the interpretation of the Constitution. And then the other thing that the court spoke about is that you have to interpret it in context of what the Constitution itself says and broadly what is transpiring in the country at that particular point. Then it warned that if we are to realize the aspiration of the Constitution, then it must be read as an integrated whole. So that is the rule of the Constitution. You cannot just pick one and run with it. So there is the aspect of holistic approach. So if you look at the whole of that argument, then it leads to one thing, that Constitution must be interpreted in a manner that it does not lead to an absurdity. And that was the position of Professor Githu Muigai advanced yesterday, and which in our video we said we agreed with and was more compelling. And that is why we predicted that this court was going to dismiss this particular application. Most importantly, having delved into why or on how the Constitution should be interpreted, the court went ahead, and this is where I found to be quite important, especially for advocates who are practicing before courts, and admonished the advocates representing DP Rigathi Gachagua. That was very important. It was very important so that people do not just make up stories. You just don't come with stories. You just don't come to play at the gallery and ask court the way Ndegwa was asking, why did the court sit at night? So when Justice Mugambi was reading, then it appeared that they themselves had filed matters way beyond the business of the court, and they were heard and orders were given. So then turning around and accusing the court of bias when the court accords their opponents similar treatment is ridiculous. So the court rightly called them out on that issue. And it was also important, if you noted, that the court told them to their face that you can't come to court under certificate of urgency, which upon being certified as urgent, now you want to drag the matter. And if you watched our video, you will the video we put out yesterday, you will note that the strategy for Deputy President Gachagua is one, drag this matter as much as you can. They do not want this matter to go at an expeditious speed or to be heard quickly as public interest would demand. So they want to drag it. So if you, I saw Ndegwa at some point before the court sat to deliver the ruling, he spoke to NTV, and he spoke really about that strategy. He told them that this is not just an easy thing. It's not something that is just going to end anytime soon. So the expectation is to have this matter drag perhaps up to 2027. So that is the whole strategy. And I think the court saw it from afar and warned them. Eventually, the ruling ended up dismissing the application. But what came after is what again we warned, is that there is really concerted efforts to bring further applications. And at the tail end, you could hear counsel for the National Assembly and the President and that of the AG saying that it is now right time to hear our application, that is their application to lift the conservatory orders. But that did not take off well with the opposing counsel for the Deputy President, because as it appears, Ndegwa Njiru still intends to put another application. He hasn't put it, but I believe he may put it by tomorrow, in addition to an application for recusal, which is already on record and which will be heard tomorrow. So basically, the intention is to badger the court with application after application and drag it so as not to reach the point where it can hear the main petition. So guys, what the court is saying, in a nutshell, is that it is properly constituted and that the Deputy Chief Justice has the authority to do so because he is the deputy to the Chief Justice. So that role basically was an administrative role. It was not exclusively left to the Chief Justice. So that would mark the end of our analysis. Once again, I would urge you to subscribe to our channel, leave a comment, and leave a like. Have a lovely afternoon.